What if every insult you hear is only an echo, loud but empty, unless you decide to give it weight? Picture Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, walking through corridors of marble and politics. Whispers trail him, detractors test him, even friends misread him. He does not shatter. He does not trade wound for wound. He turns the noise into stillness. The battlefield is not the mouth that insults you. The battlefield is the breath that follows. If you want that kind of control, calm under fire, subscribe now. We are training the mind, one breath at a time. Insults rarely arrive alone. They come with a surge, a quickening pulse, a tightening jaw, the rise of heat behind the eyes. A colleague wraps a joke around your name. Laughter follows, not with you, but at you. A stranger online drops venom with casual accuracy. They do not know you, but they can still hit the sore spot. A sibling revisits an old failure at the family table. Everyone remembers. You do too. In that first moment, the animal inside wants what animals want: retaliation. To bite back, to prove, to correct the story in the other person's head by force. That is the trap. Because the louder you shout, the more you anchor their story into your own nervous system. The Stoics saw this clearly. Anger is a poor storyteller. It compresses the world into friend or enemy, right or wrong, win or lose, no nuance, no freedom. Marcus Aurelius trained for this moment before it arrived. He rehearsed the day. He wrote to himself, privately, relentlessly, so that when the spark came, he would not add kindling. He tells us that our judgments, not events, disturb us, that we can choose to be unharmed. This is not passivity, it is precision. It is refusing to hand your steering wheel to the loudest voice in the room. Let us make this concrete. Micro-story 1. The meeting. You present a plan. A senior peer cuts in. This is naive. The word lands like a slap. Your chest tightens. Everyone turns. Option 1. You defend with volume. You throw your work history on the table like a badge. Option 2. You take one breath. You let the word travel through you, not into you. You say evenly, "Walk me through what you're seeing." You moved from the insult to the information. You did not let their tone choose your behavior. The room recalibrates. So do you. Micro-story 2, the comment section. A post you made, careful, honest, gets mocked. A stranger calls you incompetent. Your fingers hover over the keyboard, ready to burn an hour proving a point to someone who never asked for your truth. You stop. 3 breaths. You ask, is there a signal here or just static? If there is a signal, you learn. If there is only noise, you mute. Time saved, dignity preserved, mind steady. This is the inner battlefield. Not a fight against words, but against automatic reactions. The insult is outside. The reaction is yours. Keep it. The pause is the hinge. The reframe is the strategy you swing into place once the door is open. After your 3 breaths, do not rush to answer the insult with defense. Instead, translate the moment. Marcus Aurelius teaches us to view events as raw material for judgment, not verdicts. The insult itself is neutral. Your story about it is what makes it heavy. Reframing is simple, but it requires honesty and discipline. Step 1. Label the event, not emotionally, factually. That phrase was dismissive. That commenter is anonymous. That colleague trimmed my idea. Naming removes the drama from the stage and puts a spotlight on the facts. Once the facts are visible, feelings lose their automatic authority. Step 2. Separate the messenger from the message. People often confuse cruelty with truth and rudeness with accuracy. Ask, is there an element of truth obscured by delivery? If yes, accept the kernel and discard the needle. If no, classify the message as noise. Step 3. Decide action. redirect your energy toward the thing you control. If there is truth to learn, design a concrete corrective step, one specific action you can take in the next 24 hours. If the remark is noise, set a boundary, ignore, block, or disengage. Redirect not out of avoidance, but out of stewardship, choosing where your resources go. Micro-story 4. The performance review. A manager says, "You don't communicate well." The sting is immediate. Instead of defensive proof, you ask calmly, "Can you give me a concrete example?" They do. You schedule a short follow-up to practice clearer check-ins. You turned a blow into a growth plan. Micro-story 5. The viral takedown. A short clip of you is reshared with mocking captions. Followers pile on. You could reply with outrage and fuel the fire. Instead, you reframe publicly, "Thanks for the feedback. Here's the context." You add value, offer correction, and move the conversation forward. The narrative changes from humiliation to clarity. Reframing is not about being stoic to the point of being cold. It is about being strategic with the attention economy inside your skull. The more you practice, the quicker you move from reaction to redirection. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is strategy. To use silence as a weapon, you must first remove ego from the equation. Most people reply to insults because they believe a label will stick if unchallenged. But the paradox of power is this: sometimes not responding robs the insult of oxygen. The louder you try to correct the world, the longer the world keeps its spotlight on you. Marcus Aurelius did not hold public spectacles to defend himself. He wrote, he reflected, he rebuilt. His silence was not surrender, it was an investment in his inner scoreboard. 3 forms of tactical silence: temporary silence, the pause and reframe we've practiced; short, tactical, it resets the physiology; selective silence, choosing not to engage on channels where the discourse is designed to inflame; not cowardice, discipline; proactive silence, responding with action rather than words. Let your work rebut the insult. Results mute accusations. Silence can also be rhetorical. A single measured sentence, or no sentence, can communicate more authority than pages of explanation. Consider the courtroom technique, the powerful witness who answers less, but with precision. People fill silence with their own assumptions, often to your advantage. Micro-story 6. The family argument. A cousin brings up a past mistake to shame you. Instead of replaying the old defense, you say nothing for a breath. Then, "I acknowledge that was a hard time. I changed. Let's talk about now." The shift moves the family from accusation to possibility. So what does this look like across the arenas of a modern life? Here are short vignettes you can replay in your head before similar moments arrive. Vignette A. The team chat. Someone types a cutting remark in a group chat. You do not answer immediately. You write one line in your notes. Is this true? Useful? Action. Then you either answer with an offer to meet privately or ignore. The public feed cools. The team respects your composure. Vignette B. The public shout. A host derides your idea on a panel. Rather than snap, you restate the idea in one sentence and invite a clarifying question. You convert the moment into curiosity rather than conflict. Vignette C. The anonymous hit. A bad review, a troll comment, an unfair meme. You treat it as noise unless it contains specific, verifiable critique. If not, you document and move on. If yes, you respond with facts, not fury. Each vignette has a test you can rehearse in private. Rehearsal turns automatic fury into a practiced muscle memory of calm. That muscle is what Marcus calls discipline, small acts, repeated until identity changes. Discipline grows through simple, repeated tasks. Try these daily drills, 5 minutes each, for the next 2 weeks. Morning reflection, 3 minutes. Write 1 sentence. Today, I will meet people who are. Anticipate the friction to reduce its surprise. 3-breath reset, anytime. When triggered, practice the 3-breath rule before any reply. The truth exercise, end of day. Write down 1 criticism you received. Ask, is it true? Is it useful? What 1 action will I take? Silence practice. Once per day, remain silent in a conversation where your instinct is to correct. Observe the outcomes. These drills build the neural pathways that favor response over reflex. After a week, you will notice fewer escalations. After 2 weeks, your circle will adjust to a calmer baseline. Imagine this scene. You are in a crowded hall. A critic stands, voice sharp, calling you incompetent. All eyes turn. The old self would rise, fists clenched, words sharpened into weapons. The old self would defend, argue, burn. But you remember the Emperor's counsel. You inhale once, twice, 3 times. You feel the wave, but you do not surf it. You feel the heat, but you do not feed it. You look at the critic and answer with measured calm. Help me understand your concern. The room shifts. Some expected fireworks. Others expected collapse. Instead, they see composure. They see strength that does not shout. This is the transformation Marcus Aurelius promised. Not the absence of insults, but the absence of chains. You cannot stop tongues from wagging, but you can stop your soul from shackling itself to their noise. And in that shift, you no longer fear insults. You almost welcome them, because each one is an invitation to practice calm, to refine perception, to prove sovereignty over self. Marcus Aurelius did not stand alone in this philosophy. He was part of a lineage of men who turned pain into wisdom. Epictetus, once a slave, declared, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." He bore insults daily, yet saw them as sparks bouncing off armor he built within. Seneca, counselor to emperors, warned, "He who is insulted, if he is wise, will take no more notice of it than of the wind blowing past him." He compared insults to a breeze, loud for a moment, gone the next. Marcus Aurelius, carrying both crown and burden, wrote for himself alone, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." 3 voices, 1 lesson. Insults are powerless unless you grip them with your own hands. Let them fall. Watch them break on the ground. Continue walking. This is the Stoic legacy, not theory, but practice. Not escape, but engagement with life on your terms. Let's distill. 3 pillars. First, the pause. Every insult begins with a spark. Your pause decides whether it becomes wildfire or disappears in smoke. Second, the reframe. Insults are not judgments carved in stone. They are opinions. If true, they guide you. If false, they expose ignorance. Either way, you win. Third, the silence. Sometimes the strongest reply is no reply. Sometimes action speaks where words would only waste. Your composure is your declaration. Marcus Aurelius faced insults not with retaliation, but with mastery. He knew the true battlefield was not the arena of Rome, but the arena of the mind. And so he chose not to be harmed, not to be moved, not to waste his soul on echoes. And you? When the next insult arrives, remember, the insult is not the enemy. Your reaction is, choose the pause, choose the reframe, choose the silence. And watch your calm turn enemies powerless. If this message gave you strength, subscribe for more Stoic wisdom. Share this video with someone who needs to remember their power, and leave a comment. What insult still echoes in your mind, and how will you answer it now?